Hi, my name's Graham, and I'm going to take you through the very basics of using HAPP 100 breath controller for your computer. And I'd just like to introduce you first of all to the physical device itself. You can see it's a quite compact plastic box. We have a USB connection that goes to your computer, and we have an air pipe that goes to the headset. The HAPP mounts on the side of the screen like this when in use, and the display is always then conveniently in view. Now, the display in the HAPP is very straightforward. We have a little LED display in the centre, and we have a yellow light and a red light in the top, and a yellow light and a red light in the bottom, and we have one knob. That's all there is to it. The one knob is sensitivity, and the lights give you an indication of pressure. The thing about breath control with a computer is, let's face it, all you can do is blow hard or blow gently, or suck hard or suck gently, and that's exactly what these lights are telling you. The yellow light is associated, the top one is associated with blowing gently, and the red one is associated with blowing strongly, and then suck is handled by the LEDs in the bottom. So if I blow gently, we'll see the top yellow light work, and blow hard, the top red light, and conversely with suck. Okay, so what can we actually do with our hard blows and hard sucks? Well, the hard or the strong blows and sucks are all to do with issuing command. The command might be a simple mouse click, it might be a menu change, it might be something more complicated, but let's just stick with clicking the mouse. That's a fundamental thing you have to do. I'm going to mount the HAPP now so that in its normal position. And I'm just going to use this test pipe to continue the demonstration. And I'm going to blow hard, and I'm going to continue to blow hard, and you'll see the HAPP just count round between the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back to 0, and it'll make a bleeping sound as it does it. Each one of these numbers represents a command, and if I stop blowing, then that command would action, but I'm just going to let it roll round all 5 initially. Okay, that was 5 different things we could have done had I stopped blowing at any one of these numbers. Okay, so the blow commands are numbered B for blow, B1 to B5. B1 is the mouse direction, B2 is a left click, B3 is a double left click, and other bits and pieces. So if I want to give a simple left click, I'll blow hard, blow strongly, until I see the number 2, stop blowing hard at that instant, and I'll get a left click. So a simple left click would be, that's a left click, and that left click has forwarded the slide, and now we can see the suck commands work in a similar way. So in this case we call them S1 to S4 or S5, depending on what sort of model of HAPP you have. S1 is to do with changing the mouse cursor direction again, and then some other bits and pieces. And the suck commands have a negative sign beside them, so this particular model is going to give me 4 suck commands, and back to 0. If I stop sucking at any one of these suck commands, then I'll get the appropriate command action. So a right click is S3, so a right click would be, and that's a right click, which has brought up the context dialog. Okay, so let's look what it really means in practice to move the mouse cursor using the B1, the blow 1, and the suck 1 commands. If we move on to the next slide, and we'll focus on the B1. So if I just blow strongly once, it will instantly toggle the mouse direction in what is technically known as orthogonal. Orthogonal just means either up and down or left and right. So opposite of diagonal, but not many people use that word. But we're going to toggle in up and down or left and right directions. You can see the symbol on the HAPP at the moment is showing a pair of double lines. That represents the mouse is constrained to simply go left and right. We'll look at moving the mouse in a second. But if I issue a B1 command, it will toggle to go up and down. And that's a symbol for up and down. So if I issue another B1 command, you can see how quickly you can do that. We can toggle the mouse direction from either right or left to up and down. Now the S1 command handles the diagonals. So if I suck once, we get this symbol, and you can hear the HAPP makes a little sound to indicate that it's changed direction. And the symbol shows you that the mouse cursor will now be controlled in the sort of in the compass sense, northeast to southwest. Got that wrong. Southwest to northeast. Sorry. If I suck again, then it's the opposite diagonal. That would be northwest to southeast, and again the other diagonal back again. A B1 command, a simple blow, will put you back in the up and down direction. Another blow, the right and left direction. Okay, now we're going to actually move the cursor using breath control, and you can see the type of control we've got. When we blow, we can move the cursor in all the directions indicated in blue here, and when we suck, the directions are available in red. Now, presently the HAPP is showing that it's going to let me move in the up and down to northwest and southeast. Now the actual movement of the cursor is controlled by soft blowing and sucking, so that's the yellow lights. So if I blow softly, blow gently, I'll expect the cursor to move up to the northwest. So let's try that. Now suck. And you see the yellow lights are operating and the cursor's moving. Now the rate that the cursor moves is determined by how hard or how you're sucking or blowing. Now once the cursor starts to move, you can actually start blowing harder and harder or sucking harder and harder. It will stay moving the cursor, it won't change. So we can move the cursor really quite quickly. So I'm going to start moving it slowly, and then I'm going to blow a little harder, and you'll see how quickly the cursor moves. So you see a very fine and very fast control at the same time. Now if I blow hard, the direction changes to up and down, north and south if you like. So again, same rules apply. A gentle blow will start moving the cursor up and suck. Now to go right and left, a hard blow, and we'll change to right and left. To go back to diagonal control, a hard suck. We're back in diagonal control again. This time we're going to go that way. Okay, for a bit of fun, we're going to play Space Invaders. See if you can follow what's going on by watching the HAPP display and what's going on in the main screen. Okay, so we've covered a little bit of moving the mouse, and that's using the blow one and the suck one commands. We've talked about basic clicking. The only other thing I would like to show you is how you browse the internet, which is useful to be able to scroll, which is this S4 command over here. I'm going to show you something now that shows a little bit of the capabilities of the HAPP, but not going to explain it. Once you get into using your HAPP, it's really very easy. So what I want to do is just get onto the desktop. There's my desktop, so that's pretty straightforward. And the only thing we've got on this desktop is one shortcut to Google Chrome. Now there's my cursor. Now I want to open Google Chrome, so I'm going to issue a double click. So if you remember, that will be a blow or a B3 command for a double click. Okay, so that's Chrome fired up. Now I want to go to the Celtic Magic web page. Depending what Explorer you have, it will work slightly differently. Chrome gives me some of the pages I've been to recently. That's the Celtic Magic website there. So let's put the cursor over that shortcut. And we'll click on that, and that should take us to the Celtic Magic web page. So let's say now we want to scroll, because obviously there's a lot more of this website than you can see here. Well, I think the first thing we'll do is maybe maximize it. So put the cursor up to the control bar. I can either maximize it by going over that button there and clicking, or double click will normally maximize a window. Bring the cursor to the middle of the screen so you can see it. Now we want to scroll. This page has yet more to it, and scroll, if you remember, was suck4, S4 command. So I'm going to suck until I see the number 4. And now we can see we've got a funny symbol. That funny symbol means we're in scroll mode. Now what's going to happen, instead of the cursor moving, my gentle blows and sucks will act like a scroll command. And if you had a great big website, it'd go on and on and on. And just like the mouse control, if you blow and suck increasingly harder, then the faster the scroll will operate. So let's go down and start our video. There you go. It's easy as that. Okay, we've covered moving the mouse around and clicking and scrolling and browsing the internet. But you probably wonder how we might type. Well, typing is done by what we call an on-screen keyboard, and this is an on-screen keyboard. It's a free piece of software. In fact, one comes with your operating system if you're using Windows for free as well. And you can pop it up when you want to use it. And it's pretty straightforward to use, so let's just demonstrate that for you. Very straightforward.